Imagine a teacher called Sally. One of her students, Kevin, doesn't make an effort anymore, and she wants to have a talk with him tomorrow to express her disappointment and frustration. But Kevin has a learning disability. Because of this, she feels like she should show sympathy and understanding of his limitations instead. What do you think she should do? Well, if you thought she should show sympathy and understanding of his limitations, you might want to think again. Attribution is the process of ascribing cause to an outcome, and students with a learning disability tend to have a negative attribution style, meaning they attribute success to external causes like luck and failure to personal internal causes like aptitude. Why is that? Well, previous research shows that student identity can be influenced by low teacher expectations. This is called the Golem effect and often leads to poor performance. Keep that in mind. In 1997, Clark and his colleagues analysed teacher perceptions of learning disabilities, finding that they saw them in exactly the same way as students. Uncontrollable internal sources of failure. Remember the Golem effect? By this logic, teachers could be making learning disabilities worse. That was 1997 though. Was it just a one-off? Are the new generation of teachers different? In 2010, a group of researchers used these questions to justify their study. Aiming to explore teacher attributions towards students with a learning disability, they took 404 pre-service teachers, presenting them with vignettes about exactly the same kinds of students, except 4 of them had a learning disability. To prevent them from catching on and changing their responses, these were presented in a randomized fashion, followed by 4 questions about their likely behavior towards the student. They found exactly what they expected. When students had a learning disability, participants were much more likely to be sympathetic, feel less frustration, give positive feedback, and expect failure. What Clark found in 1997 still seemed to hold, even 10 years later in pre-service teachers. Sadly, research shows that students use this behaviour to infer their own abilities. Sympathetic teachers showing positive feedback even on easy tasks, never demonstrating frustration, might communicate that failure is expected, lowering motivation and creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. The study has limitations though. In replicating Clark's research, vignettes contained only boys and attitudes towards girls may be different, forming material for future research. Nevertheless, changing the perceptions of teachers could be an important step in changing the views of students. A revisitation of teacher training that challenges intuitive assumptions might be the first step in ensuring equal opportunity. The article ends with what the student voice might like to say, in the words of the Human Rights Equal Opportunity Commission. Don't judge what I can do by what you think I can't. Thank you.